So in this day and age, I find it paramount if there's a way I could reach out to somebody who doesn't really know what to believe, I can at least point them in the right direction so that they can do the research on their own, because this stuff is accessible to you too. You just have to put in the footwork and get around the algorithms that control your search outcomes. Let's say you search about something on Google, and it's about a story about someone bad in politics, and let's say they're not on the right side of what I guess what Google as a company would believe. You're not going to find the search results finding what you think. You're going to find the search results. So let's say you type in, Democratic corrupt mayor, whatever. You're not going to find any of the articles that talk about it. You're going to see all the articles that Google feeds you that are saying Democrat so and so is only been accused, blah blah blah, not yet found guilty, even though they were on even though they were 6 ways to Sunday. The same sort of goes in the other direction, but not so much. It's the search bias that you need to get around. Get on DuckDuckGo, do this research yourself. I'm not just some tinfoil hat conspiracy kook. I'm actually just trying to help people awaken to their ability to see past the polarized world that they live in, because it's truly an illusion. It's a controlled simulation. And the way we're going right now, the implementation of one world currencies and all this stuff, there isn't going to be freedom much longer, because not enough people were willing to get down and do their due diligence and realize that as a conscious individual, it's up to you to give consent to who you allow govern you. So, I said a little bit of a personal piece about myself, and it's actually something that I've been suspecting for a very long time. There was a lot of things kept from me about my great-grandfather and my grandfather, who died when I was 3, so I didn't really know much about this stuff, but something was off growing up, as far as the people on my mother's side. The big houses, I saw... I lived in opulence that was inconceivable to most of my peers, who were also from considerably well-off families. And then I just kind of came to find out that, my great-grandfather invented the war draft. He headed the World Federalist Movement out of New York. He was friends with Franklin Delano Roosevelt. They went to Harvard together. He founded the Harvard Corporation itself. I mean, it's really weird, because my whole time growing up, I had a lot of questions that never really got answered. So I not only do research on the geopolitical side of things, but I decided to so much was look into the background of my family history. And when I found out what I was more or less related to, it literally shook me to my core. There's nothing cool about it. There's nothing glamorous about it. I'm not proud of it. And together, it is my hope that we can expose this so we can go back to being a sovereign nation, okay? Instead of having our sovereignty be diluted by the international system headed by the United Nations. Because I know the term New World Order seems kooky to you, but it's real. It's coming. It's an applicable term. You can define it in many different ways. My great-grandfather at one point literally tried to disarm the entire world through something called World Peace Through World Law. You can look it up. He was the author. So this guy literally tried to implement the New World Order 40 years ago. And I'm here to tell you today that it's upon us now. History does repeat itself, the good side and the bad. So you can take this information and do what you will with it. But some of the stuff I discussed was pretty difficult for me to discuss, so I'm going to head out for now. I'll have more for you later. This was the Civil Savage 76. Thank you.